You're tuned in to the Nerd Network Podcast.
You're watching and listening to the Nerd Network Podcast, where we talk about movies, video games, all nerd shit. I'm your host, Marcy. Here with Julian and Blake.
What's up?
What's going on?
We are in February. We're not mid-February yet. Well,
We're getting there.
we're definitely getting there. But speaking of Valentine's, I want to go straight into this topic. And I don't even know this genre, because I feel like it splits so much. What's your favorite romantic comedy movie? What is that movie that puts you in your feels about love? Makes you think about that special someone. Past, previous, present, special loved one? I mean, you have movies like The Notebook. Some people like Titanic. Serendipity is one of my all-time favorite love stories of all time. Romeo and Juliet. I mean, you have the one with Leonardo DiCaprio. Dang, that's a good one. You ever seen the modern day one?
Modern day.
Romeo and Juliet?
Oh, no.
I think I had to watch it in
School?
yeah, like theater class or something.
But, yeah. Who wants to go first? Like, you just go. You just go.
Yeah, I'll go. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's one that always pops into mind because of how surprised I was with how good I thought the movie was. The movie About Time.
Damn.
Yeah. With, what's his name? Domhnall Gleeson.
Yeah, he was in Star Wars and he was in Peter Rabbit.
Yeah, with Rachel McAdams and I think Bill Nighy was his dad. I think that's how you pronounce his last name.
Yeah, great actor.
Movie caught me completely off guard, completely by surprise. I actually saw it in theaters and did not have high hopes. Romance, time travel story, what? And it's not like necessarily sci-fi, like sci-fi.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I related really well with the male character. You know, that girl that's kind of out of your league, and you have an opportunity to do things over and over, and no matter how many times, he just goofs it. Like, it was just good. You know, and you know, the other mistakes that he made, you know, he ended up reversing his children around and all of that. And so, yeah, it was just a movie that caught me completely off guard. At the time, Rachel McAdams was like superstar level. Like, you know, she was in blockbusters, big movies. And, you know, this guy was kind of, at least from my perspective at the time, was kind of like a nobody. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
you know, she's Rachel McAdams, and this dude looks like he looked like a 15-year-old, like, geeky guy. So that pairing was, and I'm sure they did that on purpose. But, you know, he pulled off his performance extremely well. Rachel McAdams is great. The storyline, the way they handled time travel, was unique, I think. It's a movie that always is high on my list.
No, that's a really good movie. That definitely gets me in my feels. And not only I feel like it's a romantic movie, it's also a father-son movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a father-son movie. Have you seen it, Julian?
I think so.
I thought
Pretty
maybe
sure
we
I've
saw it
seen that
together. I don't remember. But no, it's a good one. It definitely gets me in my feels, too. I'm glad you said that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if people talked about that movie. A lot of people know about that movie, but go check out About Time. It's on Netflix right now.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
believe
no
so.
excuses, guys. Go check it out. I'd like to hear what other people think about it.
Yeah. Julian?
Cool. Yeah, I got one. Let's see, love movie. There is a good one that came out 2019 called Always Be My Maybe, and it's on Netflix. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. I saw the trailer for it.
It's actually really good.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that
Yeah,
movie.
I think I've watched it like a couple times now. You know, it's just standard thing. You know, the two Ali Wong is the lead actress, and then I can only remember his name by Jim because he was
Randall Park.
Randall Park, yeah. But they're the two co-stars there or whatever. Basically, it's about, you know, they're childhood best friends. You know, they grow closer. You know, they end up being sweethearts or whatever. But then something happens in Randall's family to where they just kind of splinter off. And so 15 years later, they happen to run into each other, and, you know, they catch up and everything. And he hasn't been doing great. I mean, I think him and his dad like own like a cleaning service or something. And he's just kind of not really being ambitious. But she, on the other hand, has opened up like restaurants and
Oh, wow.
is in New York. Yeah, because she's always wanted to be a chef or whatever. So they meet up 15 years later. They start catching up and everything, and eventually they rekindle that love that they had, you know. But it's a fun movie. It's a very, very fun. It's got that romantic thing in there too. And there's a surprise star that shows up somewhere halfway between the movie and.
You have to know who it is if you haven't seen this by now.
Yeah.
Get on it.
Yeah, but it's really good. I enjoy it.
My turn. I could say so many different movies because I watch all movies, romantic movies, rom-coms. They get me. I get them.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I get them. I understand it all. And I'm not gonna say the movie. All think I'm going to say Julian.
Yes, you are.
Think I'm going to say Serendipity, which I'm not. I do love Serendipity.
Yeah, there it is.
I do love Serendipity so much. But that's my number one Christmas movie.
Okay.
Okay, that's my number one Christmas movie that puts me in a good mood. I like this couple that's in this movie. But La La Land. Did you ever watch La La Land?
Nope.
Julian?
Seen pieces of it.
Oh, man, La La Land is such a great movie. It's about a guy and a girl, totally two different people. One wants to be an actress, starring Emma Stone.
Okay.
And Ryan Gosling. I like Ryan Gosling. I think he's a great actor, playing that heartthrob. You know, he's actually an actual musician. He plays the piano, and they kind of stumble into each other during traffic. And she actually gets behind Ryan Gosling, like traffic's really bad, and she ends up like honking the horn at him, flipping him off.
Yeah.
Later down the road, and then then later down the road, she's walking into just downtown, walks into a bar. Here's this wonderful piano playing. She stumbles into the bar, and she sees it's Ryan Gosling. She's like, "Oh shoot, dang, he's really good." She goes to go talk to him. He just leaves her. Oh, you're that dumb bee, and walks right past her. Eventually, they get together in the movie. I can't say what exactly happens in the movie, but it's shot beautifully. It's a musical. I don't like musicals. I hate musicals. I hate them so much. The only musical that I like at all in the whole entire universe is probably Grease, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah. But La La Land, it's shot amazingly. The scenery is amazing. It's in Los Angeles, La La Land, whatever, Hollywood, whatever, California. But it puts me in my feels. I mean, you see the start of a relationship to the end, up and down. Two young, amazing actors. I feel like at the time period, Emma Stone was becoming a very, in her lane of becoming an amazing actress that she is right now. But Ryan Gosling, I forgot he was part of the Mickey Mouse Club back in the day.
Way back
in the day, and I forgot that guy can dance. I don't know if he actually sang in the movie or not, or they made it look like he sang in the movie.
Right.
But he definitely can dance. He has some moves. I definitely suggest seeing that movie, especially at the end. You're not going to expect the end. It might make you cry. It definitely made my eyes get very watery.
They did a couple of movies together, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. They did Gangster Squad.
Yeah.
Wasn't
she in one with crap? I'm not gonna remember his name, but didn't she do a movie where Crazy Stupid Love?
Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah.
Which is also a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did in that movie too.
Yeah. Because wasn't she Steve Carell's daughter or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shh, no spoilers. If you haven't seen Crazy Stupid Love yet,
it's not a spoiler.
Is that a spoiler?
I don't know if that's a spoiler.
It is a spoiler because you don't know. Because remember him and.
No, we know. He doesn't know.
No, we don't know that till later.
I don't know. I think we do.
No, I know. I've seen the movie a lot. Yeah, and then it all goes down.
Yeah. Okay. Well, watch all of the Emma Stone, Ryan Gosling.
But La La Land
movies.
though, it's really good. If you haven't seen it, it's.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I just looked it up, and yeah, I'm surprised I didn't catch that.
It's a remake. It's a remake, but it's amazing.
The cinematography is actually really good.
The opening scene of on the highway. Oh my gosh.
Good, huh?
I'm pretty sure that movie won some awards because of that scene, but no, it's beautifully well done. But no, that's watch that with your loved one. Watch it by yourself. If you're single on Valentine's Day, go watch that. Make yourself feel better. We're gonna go into some news topics. I'm just gonna go one topic by topic and go from there. But I want to talk about the new Blade movie. The MCU announced that they found a writer, and it is Stacy Kuffour. I don't know. I'm gonna have to like get a sound bite and like say it like right here with her. How would you say her name? But Stacy actually did some writing for the Watchmen series. You guys watch? Did you watch it, Blake?
No, I
You have
haven't.
HBO Max, man.
Yeah, I know.
That's a good one.
I'm finishing Titans. I'm making myself finish that. So
Good. Is it really that bad?
it just feels outdated. Is all. It feels like it's
Well,
from
it came
2007.
It came out a little while ago, but not that far though.
It feels like a 2007.
Okay, but
show.
Watchmen though, she did a lot of writing for the Watchmen series that came on HBO Max. She's gonna be in charge of writing for Blade. I'm a huge fan of Blade. Like, what's the actor's name? Marshala. How do you say his last name? Marshala what? Marshala.
I don't remember.
Damn, I'm going to find a soundbite for that too. I'm going to take it from like Conan O'Brien and be like, have his voice say his name. But yeah. So Blade, this MCU Blade. What are the things you guys expecting from this Blade movie?
They got the R rating, didn't they? Is that still up in the air?
I think that's still up in the air. I can double check, but I'm pretty sure that's still up in the air.
Is the Morpheus movie getting Morbius?
That's PG-13.
I think that's PG-13.
Damn.
I know.
Come on,
They're
man.
not-
Marvel's going to be very picky on the R-rated movies.
No, they
Are
just need
they-
to hand that stuff out.
Are they bringing Wesley back?
No, we already know who's. I mean,
Well, not as Blade, but I thought he was supposed to have an appearance on the.
That's what I thought too.
we don't know any of that yet. That has not been confirmed.
Oh, they better have him in there somewhere.
That's the one thing. I'm still really upset they didn't get Wesley to be back in this movie because they don't need to make a whole Blade cinematic universe. Just have
No.
him be in a couple movies and
Yeah.
just. He doesn't need to have another trilogy like that. He can just be the actual Blade that we all know and love.
Right.
I mean, he still looks in really good shape.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, he's older, but
I think maybe it was Spider-Man, one of the animated Spider-Man movies or series. When Spider-Man is like getting introduced to Shield, he's like talking to Director Fury for within the first couple of months of them working together. He messes up some stuff and he's in there talking, going to meet Fury, and Blade is in there already, and he doesn't have a big part, and he's basically like, get out of here, you little shit. But it would be I don't necessarily know if Blade needs to be in the whole universe, but it would be kind of badass to see him, in the shadows or sort of that thing, because that's how in the animated series it was just cool because you didn't know who it was until you turned around and you see the haircut and you see the tattoo. He's got the vest and stuff on, and then he just like slips out into the shadows. It was just neat. So
I would like to see him a part of some way, somehow. Maybe even at the end credits of the Morbius movie.
Yeah.
It would just make too much sense to
Right.
have him like in there, especially if they're going to if they plan on introducing those characters into the Marvel Cinematic Universe anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that'd be pretty.
And I don't know if we've said, but I'm super glad that they picked who they picked to play. When he was in the what was Cage, the animated or the show that they had running alongside Jessica Jones.
Oh yeah, Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
yeah.
When he's the bad guy for the first half of that season, dude, he was so good.
Yeah.
Playing that kind of rugged, asshole role.
Yeah,
It fits Blade's character perfectly.
Mahershala Ali, he was in that movie or that show.
Yeah, he's
Gosh, I've only seen last year.
He's the main.
The bad guy.
yeah, he's like
antagonist, yeah.
he's like the main antagonist for the first half, and then spoilers, his sister kills him and she takes over.
Okay, I remember that
And she
part.
wasn't nearly as compelling as he was.
Yeah. No, he's a good actor. He did really good in Alita.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really good in Alita.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, he was good. And he was green. He was great in the Green Book. That was really good too.
Yep.
Did he win an Oscar for that? I feel like
I
won
know
an
he was
Oscar.
nominated.
Yeah, no, he's just good. He's a really good actor.
Yeah.
So from him being the bad guy and Luke Cage, right? No,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
Luke Cage. Is it Luke Cage?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, him being the bad guy and Luke Cage. You still think he can pull off being Blade?
I feel like because of him being the bad guy there, that's how I know he can pull it off.
Okay.
I feel like he has the look. He's not quite as square as like Wesley was, you know what I'm saying, as far as his build goes.
Yeah. Oh no.
But I mean, anybody can add muscle unless you're the man I won't mention playing Batman now. Everybody else seems to be able to bulk up.
Are you saying? Oh, you're not saying Pattinson, right?
Yeah,
Well, I was
I'm
going to say
saying Pattinson.
Yeah, what's his problem? Let's not. Okay, that's a whole other thing. That's so dumb.
But you know, like I'm sure he's been in the gym. I'm sure he'll be able to pull off, you know, the bulletproof vest only look, you know. So I'm excited.
What do you guys think that needs to be in this movie? Like, what is this new version of Blade?
To be honest, less CGI than Blade 3.
No, that was Blade 2.
Was it Blade 2? Whatever one had like the really bad CGI.
But I just felt at the time that was really good.
Oh yeah, at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree
I just
with
went
you.
back and watched them, and
Well, yeah, that's exactly because you got used to seeing.
well,
modern
yeah,
day.
but I'm just saying, like, and I know CGI is so much better now because what was that, 20 years ago? Like, CGI is
Yeah.
so much better, but like, I felt like the first, like, I don't feel like he needs it as a character.
Actually, was it Blade?
I thought it was the third one, where he was like jumping around the room or something. He was
Yeah.
like doing a flip, and
He's fighting. No, it has to be. No, it's Blade 2 because Blade 3 is where we get the actual Dracula. Blade 3 is with Dracula,
right.
and that's with Ryan Gosling. No, Ryan Reynolds.
Reynolds, yeah.
And Ryan Reynolds isn't in that one that you're talking
No,
about.
he's just in the third one.
Yeah. So the second one is the one where that bad CGI is at, and I'll put a little clip of that. But I do like that scene though.
You know,
That's a
the
good scene.
scene is
But yeah,
good, but
that
it
scene's
was
really
just, you know, CGI. I mean, maybe CGI is caught up, but I don't know. I feel like that's a character that
Doesn't need CGI.
Yeah, you know
No,
what I'm
no,
saying?
no,
Like,
for sure.
I mean, for some of like the throwing of the knives, because there's that scene. It might be in the first one where he pulls out like this knife, and then like it's like a switchblade, and like two more blades come out, and he like throws it in a circle around. Like that stuff is cool.
Yeah.
But I don't think it needs.
Oh, that's
to
the
go
first
all out.
movie.
Yeah,
That's the first movie. He's under that the underground club. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, nightclub. Yeah.
Yeah.
Such
See-
a good scene.
Oh yeah. To get introduced to a superhero like that,
dude.
I feel like Blade was like the coolest, baddest superhero at the time period. He kind of legitimately like started the comic book darker movies.
Yeah,
Well, which came out first? Was it Spawn? Or?
Spawn came out first.
Okay. Because I know that I fondly remember those two being ones that we
Right.
always watched.
And I guess not to go off on a tangent, but Michael Jai White
Yeah.
said that the original cut of Spawn only had like 7 minutes of CGI, and like the director went back through after they finished filming and added, and it ends up being like 29 minutes worth of CGI or something. So
Wow.
like that movie was supposed to be vastly different than the one that they
That's
originally
interesting.
yeah,
shot.
that
That's
CGI
very-
Yeah.
was pretty
I'll try to
rough.
find a link and send that interview to you. But yeah,
Yeah.
he's like they added over 20 minutes worth of
That's
CGI
crazy.
Wow.
after the shoot.
So for me, Blade, we have to have awesome action scenes.
Yeah.
Like the fight scenes have to be top notch.
Yeah.
Along with that, he better be good with the sword.
He has to.
Like he has to pull off that he
Yeah.
can do a sword. Wesley Snipes acted like that sword was an extension of his arm.
yeah. You
Like-
would have thought that Wesley had been sword fighting his entire life.
No,
Yeah.
it was so well done.
Yeah.
No, it was so good. Whether that sword was CGI or not, who knows? But like it looked like he could handle a sword.
Yeah.
So we need that for sure. We need cool vampires. Like in the first one, the bad guy Frost. I can't remember. Deacon Frost.
Yeah.
Deacon Frost. He was a cool bad guy. He wasn't huge. Obviously, you don't think he could give a good fight, but he was just smart and like
Right.
he was an evil, sinister type bad guy, which I liked a lot. The EDM music, like
I dug it.
See,
I dug
for
it.
Blade, for me, like when I first got introduced to Blade, and like that's probably the first time I heard EDM music as a kid,
Right.
and I was like, this music's cool. But was it really cool outside of that movie? I don't really know, but I really dug that music for Blade.
Yeah.
Do they continue that, or is it outdated now? What would you guys
Or
think?
are they going to just do the whole hip hop route?
See, I don't want them to.
Yeah.
I don't want that either. I thought the whole, because I mean, I don't know about you guys, but Blade kind of gives off a Matrix-y type of vibe.
Exactly.
That's
Yes.
exactly
And-
what I was
Yes.
gonna
Yes.
say.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I think that the EDM fits perfectly with it.
Yeah.
And I would hate to see if that went away, but
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think. I mean, obviously, the movies they weren't perfect, but like you said, as an introduction to darker superhero movies, they're damn near perfect.
yeah.
Especially the first two. I actually like the first half of the third one a lot. But I don't know if they need to change a whole lot. I mean, the fight scenes need to be real. I hope they don't overdo it on the vampires. One of the things that I almost wished the original trilogy did was to put the vampires a little bit more on Blade's level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
Sometimes Blade was OP. For
yeah,
sure.
because in the comics, like that's the only reason why he's the only person that can fight him is because he's supposed to be the only one on their level.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, they weren't all trained, and not everybody's part of a military unit or whatever. But I would like to see it. Him have his back up against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
At least a little bit. But I mean, the movies, the original trilogy, it's a great foundation to build off of.
Oh
Yeah.
no, for sure. Especially I feel like we are known. We know that we know Blade's universe.
Yeah.
We know that there's humans helping the vampires and their tattooed gang stuff, which I thought was really cool. That humans would be like their lapdogs.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they don't want to die. They'd just rather be their slaves.
Yeah, it was like Decepticon, like human slave vibes.
Oh yeah.
No, that was really cool because you didn't know whose side who was on.
Right.
Do we need to get into Blade's background story though?
Like with his mom and everything.
Like how he became Blade? Like do we need to see that? Do fans comment below? Do you guys want to see Blade's origin all over again, or just be a guy that kills vampires, and then obviously he's a half vampire himself?
Yeah, I mean they'll probably have to explain the relationship between him and the old guy somehow, but they don't need to spend a lot of time on it.
What's his name? Whistler?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
They don't need to spend a ton of time on it though.
Do they need to have him come back? What if they don't have that character? I'll be mad.
Yeah, they would at least have to reference him. I mean, he raised him.
They have to have him. And that guy that played him in the original trilogy, I thought he did really well.
Yeah, he killed it.
No, he did. You have to have that old mentor type
Yeah, that
character.
grizzled,
Yeah. I mean, he helps him stay human.
Yeah.
It's cool. I like it a lot. So like I'm saying, the action, the fight scenes, the swords, the music has to be on point. What else was I going to say? Yeah, like you were saying, the vampires too. They need to. They just can't be treated like the putty did in the Power Rangers.
Right.
Like,
Right.
Like they can't.
They can't just be fodder.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't just be stupid stormtroopers
Right.
in Star Wars.
And even if, because Marvel has a tendency, and I guess this is for most films, to have like, okay, we're just gonna send 2,000 weaklings at you.
Right.
Like if they even narrowed it down to like 3 or 4 like people who are on his level or maybe even above his level, I'd be
Right.
okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't need to see him just slashing a whole bunch of dudes in one hit.
Right, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that kind of gets old.
Yeah.
And they kind of addressed that in the third Blade movie when they had like there was like I don't know if they were like special ops or whatever, but there was like trained vampires that they had to go up against. They had like the protective thing, like the night vision goggles or whatever to
Yeah.
block
Yeah.
out the sun and all that.
Yeah, you're definitely getting 2 and 3 confused because that's in part 2.
I thought that was the third one.
No, because the third one is specifically just Dracula.
Okay. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm getting them confused too because I thought that was the third one.
No, the third
I
one's
gotta go back
Dracula.
and rewatch them.
Yeah, I might have to go back and check them back out.
Yeah, the
But
third one is Dracula.
yeah,
Sorry,
so-
I've seen them like crazy.
yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
they attempted to address it there.
Yeah.
And I would like to, just see more of that because I'm assuming an average, 200-pound male.
Well, how they explain that in the Blade movies overall, they blamed true blood vampires compared to diluted vampires from humans to humans to humans,
Right.
and that's how they the weaker ones to the stronger ones
Yeah.
and the more powerful ones. So that's how they explain that. I believe that's how they believe. They did the first one because the higher up vampires didn't like Deacon Frost because he wasn't a full blood vampire.
Right.
And
Well, I just mean like even in the first movie, like the club scene, like if you're fighting people in their early 20s, mid 30 years old or whatever, like a full grown man who is enhanced like even a half vampire like Blade is, like he shouldn't be miles faster or significantly stronger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it should be, even like now, if a trained MMA fighter went into a club and fought a bunch of dudes, like if he took on 4 guys, like he might still win, but they're gonna get some hits in. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like there's.
So you're saying that was a problem in Blade?
I just wish that they would be more on his. Like he shouldn't be twice as fast as everybody.
But don't forget, he got all their strengths and none of their weaknesses.
Yeah,
Go
but,
back,
I mean,
go back and watch the movie.
Yeah, but if you're fighting in a nightclub, we both have vampires. So how are you 2 times faster?
Damn it, I'm going to watch them all again now.
Well, no love movies for Marcy this Valentine's weekend.
Oh hell,
He's gonna be binging the Blade trilogy.
Heck yeah! And then they made a stupid spin-off series. I did not give that.
I didn't watch it.
Give that any time.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they
I
did.
didn't even know that.
Yeah. But no, I'm excited to see where this is gonna go. I hope Marvel doesn't marvel this up too much. It needs to be rated R. What made Wesley Snipes' Blade so cool is I felt like sometimes his stuff wasn't scripted. His dialogue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like the one part I liked where he was like in the first movie where he's in the hospital trying to save that girl and the cops shoot at him.
Yeah.
He like curses back at the cop.
He's like, "Are you kidding me?" or something like that.
Something like that. And I was like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
He's not talking like a good guy, but he wasn't a bad guy.
Right.
Like it was just
and he wasn't talking like a 90s action hero.
He wasn't Captain America.
Right.
He wasn't Superman.
Yeah, like it wasn't like some cliche, saying or whatever. It was like, I mean, Wesley's character came through,
Yeah.
That scene that you're talking about is a perfect example of that.
No, it was great.
That's fantastic.
No, his dialogue, everything he did seemed cool too.
Yeah.
The whole, what I hate nowadays is a stupid superhero landing pose.
Oh,
that
right.
everyone does.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Blade did it first though. Blade did it first, and he caught those sunglasses. It was just cool. To me, even watching it today, still does not feel cheesy. It just was very believable.
Well, I mean, in part of that is just like, I know Wesley's had his troubles since Blade, but like Wesley's a bad man. Like you go back and watch his stuff in the early 2000s and in the 90s, like I mean, that dude's cool as a cucumber, man. Like
for sure.
He definitely brought swag to the role.
That's why I'm a little torn with the recasting.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, man, like, I mean, when you think of Blade, you only think of Wesley Snipes
Right.
in that role. Like, he was made for that role.
Yeah, no, for sure. I feel like it's going to be really hard to either... I don't know how you make this movie on its own without trying to take from the first one.
Right.
Like, how do you make this movie your own version of it when the first series was really good? But then how do you forget that and make it your own also?
I don't think it's possible. It's almost like Superman. Like, comes from a country Kansas background, is a news reporter. Like, you can't really get too far off.
Well, I mean, the Superman before Mark...
Hamill.
Not Mark. Is it Mark Hamill? No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's the Joker.
That's Joker.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. What is his name?
It sounds
Henry
like
Cavill.
Yeah. The name fit though. For a second, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. So like with the Superman movie before Henry Cavill Superman, and then the Superman movie we got, those are 2 different takes of Superman. If you remember,
Yeah.
the other one
Wasn't the one before Henry, like, didn't he like bouncing bullets off his eyeballs or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a cool scene.
Yeah.
But I did not like the tone of that movie at all.
I don't really remember it, man. And I watched it in theaters, but
He
I
had a
don't
baby. He had a baby.
really. Really?
Yeah, he had a baby, and his baby had powers.
Yeah, of course he did.
Oh, I'm so glad they didn't. I'm so glad that's not part of the.
Yeah, that one was pretty
DC,
bad. I forgot
EU.
about that.
Oh, it's so
I
bad.
don't.
But that's the part I'm talking about. Is like, I don't want to do something like that.
right.
Good luck, Marvel. Like, good luck, because I feel like you have a die-hardcore fan base that loves the original 3, and it's gonna be really hard to get people to like let go of that one and watch this one.
And see, and this is almost where I wish I was more into Blade comics, because I'm sure, and I know he did a lot of team ups and his
yeah.
own universe is quite vast, and I just don't know enough. But I'm sure there's plenty of story in there for them to not make it, exactly the same. And so
Yes.
it'll be interesting.
No, it's cool. And if they're, like I said, if it's going to be the girl that did some of the writing for, I'm sorry, I shouldn't call her girl, for the woman who did some of the writing for the Watchmen, that writing was on point. Like, all those episodes are so well done. They could individually be like its own movie, I'd say. And the writing, I think, will be really good. But hopefully, overall, the package comes together for Blade. Mahershala Ali is his name, and good luck for you, sir. Wesley Snipes, I'm sorry. They did you wrong. You should have been in the movie. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
They better have him somewhere in the movie.
Did we? Is there a projected date
No.
or when they
This
start?
movie was
filming?
announced a while ago.
Yeah, that's why when you said that they were just released the name of the writer, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. So maybe she's written some stuff already. Maybe, who knows? Maybe the script's done and they're just giving us the information slow.
Right.
They're gonna drop a trailer like next month. Who knows?
Maybe the guy that he's in his sword training right now. They need to
Find out. And
Get
what's
him-
crazy, him and Wesley Snipes are not even that much older than each other right now.
really.
Yeah.
Dang.
I want to say under 10 years.
Really?
Yeah. So Mahershala Ali is. He is 46.
Wow.
I want to say Wesley Snipes is like 50.
Now he's
Hey.
got to be over 60.
No way.
He has to be.
No. Hold on. 58.
That was close.
46
Wow.
and 40. 46 to 58. Come on, let Wesley Snipes be Blade.
12 years.
What was the last movie that he just did? It was like a country western, or so he's out in the
That's an old movie.
there. I could have sworn there was a movie that just came out like the last year or two
No.
that he was in.
Wesley Snipes?
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes was Expendables. He was also in, what was that movie that we saw Julian in theaters about the Hurricane Katrina, that gangster type?
Oh yeah.
movie? It's on Netflix right now.
Is it really?
It's not. I want to call it like New Jack City, but that's not what it
I was
is.
gonna say like Eastbound and Down.
No.
No, but it's like the lower ninth. It's in New Orleans, but I can't remember that.
Oh, I remember the trailer.
Yeah,
How was that?
It could have been.
it could have been good. That ending, I'm to this day still like, what happened?
The fuck did
what?
we watch?
Oh, isn't that something like there's like a part of a gang or something like that?
They
And
get
he's
mixed-
like the shit.
They get mixed up with.
Cutthroat City.
That's it.
Yeah.
Cutthroat City. It's on Netflix. Wesley Snipes in that movie. He still looks.
Yeah, he's
He's in a
pretty
freaking.
jacked.
He's in a wife beater, and he's just looking still,
Yeah.
holding his shotgun. Like,
Yeah.
Is that the one where he's bald or whatever, like down the middle? He's got like the cul-de-sac thing going on.
I think he's completely bald in
I
that
think
movie.
yeah,
Is he?
yeah,
I mean, we're gonna see Wesley Snipes in the Coming to America.
that's true. And I think
Yeah.
he's bald in that trailer too, isn't he?
No, he has braids.
Oh,
Yeah, he does.
Oh yeah, but
dang.
he still looks good. 48 to 56. 58. Sorry. Either way.
I feel like, I mean, and I don't know, he might just be as quick as ever, but you do have to have some pep in your step to pull off the stuff that he did in that Blade trilogy.
Go watch that Coming to America trailer. You're gonna see Wesley Snipes dance.
With a sword?
If he can move like that still, I think he could hold a little rod.
All right. Well, you said it was like an extension of his arm, so.
I mean, I don't think he would. Just like riding a bicycle, just picking it back up, just going to town, cutting some heads off. All right, let's go on to the next thing. Let me break this up. So the next thing I wanted to go into next topic was the Mighty Ducks reboot or continuation. I need you guys to watch this trailer, and I'm mad at it making you guys. So, Julie, you've seen the Mighty Ducks, I assume, multiple
Yeah.
times? All three of them?
All three.
Mighty Ducks. All right, the next topic. The Mighty Ducks. Game Changers. Trailers just was released last week. Finally watching it now. Actually, I think it was like a month ago, I guess, when this trailer came out. I don't know how I missed talking about this. So we all saw a trailer again together right now. The only thing I cared about this trailer is the fact that the Mighty Duck man himself, Emilio Estevez, is back in this series. The Minnesota Miracle Man. Is that what it's no? No, is that what they called him? The Minnesota Miracle Man. I think so. It's been a long time since I've seen the Mighty Ducks, the original. Yeah. But so the trailer. I'm excited for it. Just because Emilio's back. And he's going to be a coach. I'm assuming he's going to be a coach. I mean, I can talk about the whole trailer exactly right now, but I want to get your guys' thoughts right now first. Excited? Not excited?
I'm not excited at all.
Oh my gosh! Julian?
They just showed some kids playing. Oh,
wait,
okay.
Julian.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I've seen the other ones. I mean, it's been a very long time. Like, that's cool. I mean, this is the day of remakes and reimagining, so why not? I'm glad that they got Emilio Estevez back, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty dope. I mean, I said no way when he showed up.
Yeah, yeah, dude,
in the trailers.
I couldn't believe he was back, too.
Yeah,
I was like, yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
I mean,
let's
will it be on the level of, like, Cobra Kai or, you know?
Well, that's what I want to get into. Yeah. But let's let Negative Nancy go first. Blake?
So, hold on. Is it a movie or a series?
It's a series.
Okay. So, for me, the Mighty Ducks wasn't about... It was about the charisma of all the individual characters and, like, Emilio, like, kind of, like, having his arms around this entire group. But there was so much, you know, just like all of the movies, you know, from that time period. What was the soccer movie? The kids that played soccer.
Big Green.
Yeah. Like, movies like that, man, like, where these iconic, you know, children actors. This movie did nothing for me. The kid didn't really seem all that inspiring. The mom, I mean, Emilio, like,
think about it though.
Woo! But
you also got to remember though, if you were to go back and watch the original Mighty Ducks trailer, you'd be like, "What the fuck is this about?" Just think about it though. You didn't know any of those characters. You didn't know any of those stars.
Absolutely true. But they didn't show. They didn't show anything in this trailer. They're like, "Hey, we've got some kids. There's this mom. She cracks some jokes. Hey, and hey, is that Emilio?" Like, that was the trailer. Like, if this movie...
But you already know what it is, though.
If they call this movie The Minnesota Miracle, like, it would be... I would be just as uninterested as I am now. Like, just the fact that Emilio... If Emilio was not in that trailer, would you be talking about the show?
Probably not.
Yeah, I would. For one, I'm a huge Mighty Ducks fan. I love Mighty Ducks. Like, that literally got me into sports. Like, yeah, like it got me into sports. Like, and the reason why it got me into sports is because as a kid, I was the fat kid. I was the one that got picked last, and the Mighty Ducks taught you, like, it's okay. Right. You can still play, and if you win or lose, it doesn't really matter. Right. You know, so seeing this trailer still made me feel that way because that kid did not get picked. He got kicked off the team for not being good. The mom's like, we could go start our own team. It's okay. And then obviously Emilio Estevez's character comes back. So that's the feeling that I got from the original Mighty Ducks, and seeing this trailer, that's all I needed to see again. That's how I feel.
I didn't get it. I'm not going to say if it's good or bad or whatever. I just didn't get enough from that trailer. You don't know how much Emilio is going to be involved. None of the other characters captured me.
But
you didn't even see interaction between the kids.
That's true, but it is also a trailer.
It's its first trailer, and I guess you could even call it the first teaser trailer.
Yeah, it's a 2-minute trailer. I mean,
it's a minute.
Pull up the first. Pull up the first the original Mighty Ducks trailer.
Throw up the original.
See, and just so we can see.
Oh my god!
Because I mean, to be honest, like I don't mean to be this negative, but like if you told me if there was a dog in that trailer, it could have been Airbuds 7.
I will say this. The interaction between his team and the coach, you definitely saw that more in that little clip than you did with the new one.
No, for sure. But like I mean, we've already also already seen this movie.
Right. That's so true. I'm gonna do my best to not be biased. But if there's anything that the new series is missing, it's that interaction. You see the kid get cut, but obviously that's not an interaction that's going to continue to happen throughout the series between that coach and that kid.
Yeah, but we still didn't even see that with this trailer, though.
You saw Estevez. He called them monkeys. Like they're trying to flip over his limousine. They're sliding around on the ice.
Yeah, but you also got to remember that this isn't like a remake either, though. This is also a continuation. And the Mighty, as you saw from the trailer, and this is where we're going to go into the Cobra Kai, where things get flipped like Cobra Kai. Have you seen Cobra Kai yet?
No.
Dang. Okay. So Julie and I have both seen Cobra Kai multiple times now. I have You seen you're called caught up, right?
I'm all caught up.
Okay,
yeah,
you're caught up.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're basically taking the Cobra Kai formula and you doing it for the Mighty Ducks. For people who aren't familiar with Cobra Kai, this is all going to be spoilers, so I'm sorry. We're going to compare the two. In Cobra Kai, the Cobra Kai in the original 3 movies were the bad kids,
Right.
the bullies. And then you had Mr. Miyagi Dojo with Daniel-san. But in Cobra Kai, it got flipped where the Cobra Kai students are the ones getting picked on. And then Daniel-san's dojo are the bullies.
Right.
With Mighty Ducks, as you saw in the trailer, the Mighty Ducks are the hockey team to be now. They turn into the Falcons. Is that what the Mighty Ducks for the first movie?
Is it?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
a black uniform, blue logo, white logo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think they were the Falcons. And that's what happened to the first movie. That was what the first movie was about. We basically saw the reversal change in this trailer. I'm for that. Because I feel like that's exactly what would happen in real life. Like something popular got very popular, and then it loses foundation and why it would happen in the first place.
Right. Yeah. And I agree. I appreciate that premise. I'm just saying they didn't give nearly enough, and just the interaction. There just wasn't enough for me to get excited. I'm interested because it has the name Mighty Ducks on it, but it wasn't enough for me to be like, I'm not gonna go run home and tell my friends about it.
But you're not going to watch that. You're telling me. I'm excited to watch it.
Oh,
I'm glad this is made.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely tune in. I just, as it stands right now, I'm just not excited about it.
So if it came out tomorrow, you wouldn't watch it all.
Well, no. It would get put on the list.
Dang.
I'd have a couple other things. I'd have Cobra Kai ahead of it. I haven't even started that one.
Oh, Cobra Kai is really good.
Cobra Kai is really good.
Really good. And
I have issues with
but
that.
then again, seeing that trailer for the first time, I'm like, what the fuck? No way.
Yeah, a lot of people were up in arms. Probably it sounded a lot like I'm sounding right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. No,
You
I
know.
think so. Even I was like that. I was
Yeah.
like that. But then I was like, I loved the Karate Kid. So I was like, dang, why are they still doing it? And then I found out who was involved in it, the 2 original actors. That's enough to get me. I went out and paid for YouTube Red, okay,
That first season.
that first season, and just went through it all, and I was like, wow, this is really good.
Yeah.
It's not what I expected. And I didn't know what I was going to expect just seeing the trailer. I have no idea it was going to get me. And then obviously 3 seasons all together now. I can't wait for the 4th season.
Yeah.
That's something I have to hop on right away now.
Mhm.
And from seeing that trailer, how it went out, I feel like that's exactly how it is for this show too.
And I love nothing more than to be proven wrong. It'd be interesting to see throughout the season if they bring back some of the other characters. Even if it's just for an episode or 2. Yeah, it'd be really kind of cool to see maybe all the original Ducks are like, they just like in real life. Some of them burned out. Some of them went on to, have illustrious careers and whatever.
There's definitely a lot of potential with the new one.
Yeah, no, totally.
Is it coming out? Is it coming out through Disney?
It'll be on Disney Plus.
Disney.
Yeah, I mean Disney.
And to me, I don't have Disney Plus right now, and that's is going to get me to get it back. Because I mean that's what I thought Disney Plus was going to be about, was like shows like this. I mean, not taking the Mighty Ducks name, but like getting a show like that to get me involved with original content on there. Besides, obviously, like the Marvel stuff and the Star Wars stuff. Like, I feel like, for one, you don't need a lot. Obviously, there's no CGI in this movie or this series.
Right.
And it's just a story that's continuation from a movie. And I wish they would make more content like that for the Disney Plus app. Would make me keep it and not just cancel my subscription after I finish one show that I like a lot. But no, I feel like if Disney keeps doing stuff like that with other shows, I'm probably going to have to keep the app a lot longer.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you something. Netflix needs to step their game up. There's a lot of shows that obviously Disney has all the money in the world, but there's shows that are lagging behind on Netflix. It seems, we're getting like close to 2 years on some for a new season. And
Well,
Disney's like on season 3 of The Mandalorian. Like,
Yeah, well, COVID ruined a lot of that for Netflix. But don't forget, Netflix is having a movie out like every week.
yeah, but I mean,
What's
good
the
ones.
quality like?
Yeah, I mean, good
What are you
ones.
talking about? You didn't like the one you just saw, Julian?
Malcolm and Marie. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. You're you're supposed to be getting content like
I
that.
mean, yeah, if we keep getting content on that level, then yeah. But I mean, I know that they release some where I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna finish this.
Yeah, I don't know. But whatever. Back to Mighty Ducks. I'm excited for Mighty Ducks. I want to see what's going to happen, like you were saying, with previous actors coming back to be in this movie. But I don't want them just to come back just to be back. There has to have some type of reason why. I mean, did any of them go on to play in the NHL? Out of the three movies, which one was your guys' favorite one?
Is it the second one where like
You go to Olympics.
what's the one where like the fame and stuff is like getting to Emilio? He's like too busy doing
The second
like
one,
yeah,
the
is it-
Olympics.
yeah,
Where he's hanging out with the Iceland chick.
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That's the one I remember watching the most. I don't even know if that's the best one, but I think that's the one that we always seem to put in.
How about you, Julian? Do you remember all three of them?
I don't remember all three of them. I don't think I remember the third one.
Third one was to go to that college, that special private school.
I don't really remember that one.
Oh, dang.
I think the first and the second one are the ones that keep popping up in my head. So
Yeah.
it's probably
The third one is where, so after the Olympics, they all get a scholarship to go to this private school and they play hockey there. And obviously they won the Olympics or whatever. And they all think they're top shit. But now they're in this private school where these kids do nothing but play hockey. And that's what, I mean, obviously you have rich parents, snobby parents, whatever, they're snobby kids. And you have the varsity team and the freshman JV team. They think, oh, we're going to beat the varsity because we've always beat everybody. Like, we're that good.
Right.
And then they freaking just
get
stomped.
they get stopped. And for me, out of watching all three of them, you're like, oh, they lost. Their old duck tricks are not working this time around.
Right.
Like,
Do they get in the flying V and they just get
just crush
stamped
them.
out?
Just crush them. They just crushed them. And I like that one a lot because as a kid growing up too, because I feel like I grew up with those movies, like you're experiencing life more and like not everything's going to stay the same.
Right.
And that's why I like third one a lot because oh shoot, high school is going to be coming up on me soon. Like,
Right.
is that what it's going to be like? It's not what, yeah. And yeah, and then like with that being said, with them being at a private school and they're on scholarship and stuff, like stuff can go wrong if you get in trouble, if your grades aren't good enough. Like it's not just, you're not playing for fun
Right.
anymore and you're happy to win. Like, no, you have to do good at everything, not just hockey. Because if you're not pulling your grades up, then you're not playing hockey on the team. Missing practice is a big deal. Like practice is a way bigger deal. And that, I don't know, it's kind of weird because you would think it'd be different with the Olympics and then going to this private school. I don't know how they made it seem like it was like the next stage, but they did somehow. But yeah, and then Emilio Estevez isn't their coach anymore in the third
Right.
one, which is like, uh-oh. And they're all like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because everyone is also in their position, but the coach is like, no, we're changing this up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you're not the captain anymore. Hey, you're not the goalie anymore. You started, now you're being benched. And like seeing the kids out of their element, like, what? This is new. This isn't how I'm used to things. So seeing that progression of the characters too
Yeah.
helped out a lot.
Jeez, I haven't seen them in so
I
long.
have to go back and rewatch those too. Dang.
No, they're good. They're good. Especially go watch that third one. And then like seeing some of the pranks they do. I mean, obviously all those movies with pranks as being kids.
Right.
I feel like they always took it up in the movies. Obviously nothing like but go to jail for or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, I guess they still a horse. I think one of them.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm excited for it. Did you guys ever watch the Mighty Ducks cartoon?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I don't
Yeah.
remember
yes,
it.
the
Like I
cartoon-
remember seeing it. Like,
Cartoon was dope.
I don't remember. What did they do? Were they superheroes? In the
Yeah,
cartoon?
they like fought. Yeah.
What? Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember at
The
all.
ducks were hot in the 90s.
They really were. Darkwing
Yeah,
Duck.
yeah, Darkwing.
Yo, Darkwing Duck. If they made a
Uh,
movie for Darkwing Duck, I'd watch it.
Oh
yeah,
my
Scrooge.
gosh.
What was the one with Scrooge McDuck?
Yeah, Scrooge McDuck.
DuckTales. I
Yeah,
know
DuckTales,
DuckTales.
yeah.
Yeah, ducks were hot in the 90s.
That's so funny.
Ducks, turtles.
hedgehogs.
The only thing I don't like is the Mighty Ducks aren't going to be the Mighty Ducks in the Mighty Ducks series, and then the name that I did not like.
What, Game Changer or something?
No, the actual like. I'm assuming the new team we're going to get.
I see.
The Underdogs. Is that what I heard?
I hope not.
I thought she says. I thought they were like saying.
I'm hoping
they were the underdogs.
I'm hoping they're saying that. I don't want the new team name to be the Underdogs.
Yeah, that's
how,
super cheesy.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They need to take this away from Disney's Hallmark division.
I just.
Maybe just the dogs, and she slapped the under part on.
That'd be fine.
Yeah,
that'd be fine. Whatever. But I will enjoy this, hopefully. But I do understand it needs to have those unique characters in it to get me invested like it did the other ones. All right, we're out here.
Please subscribe to our podcast.